Hello, we meet again. Have you managed to... I read the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so
It's alright. We wanted to...
I can tell that he really trusts you. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. But that's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that but some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Follow me. I'll show you. Hopefully...
The restricted repository.
Okay, since Sino is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. So
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and...
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust the files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found... Huh, it reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Rodkani. But you're not far off.
What? Taj's son went to prison.
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra.
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison.
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most... He used to be Sino's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm.
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. But I wonder if it had...
Taj was already very well known by the time. So when Mortada came to study at the academia, everyone had high expectations. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father. But they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had, Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged shortly after. Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a rope. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard.
That's awful. Paimon feels...
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj. Impossible. Taj would never do that. But this is Taj we're talking about. He would never...
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the academia, because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original research. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life, though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. Do you have any questions?
Paimon's kinda confused.
Oh, now that I think about it, Sino suspect there's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Don't worry, Tosh.
Alrighty then, let's...
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipments of goods leave?
Huh. Well, yes, but the academia consumes so many resources each day. Everything from...
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a
That I'm not too sure of.
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipment?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipments?
Huh?
I'm just checking to ensure.
Well, I can't say it's unusual. There's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent when I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar used to... But he's been making a lot of shipments lately. There were...
And you didn't find that suspicious?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe a man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the good...
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would ever... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must be... Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. Before I realized it, the door opened, and Taj left with the... But Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also started to feel a little concerned about the...
A group of Eremites? Could Taj...
No way. Taj is just like Sino. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would... Fine. Looks like there's no other choice.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
So, this is Taj's place.
Well, what should we do then?
No. Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. You're right. Even if we apply for a warrant now... What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map. Nabil.
Yes, this is definitely Taj's handwriting. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people. From the look of the whole operation involves more than 300 people. including dozens of... I have a feeling that Sino might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization. You're right, that's just who he is. As for the map, it appears to indicate the location of the Court of Desolation. If Taj really has turned on his honor and committed these terrible acts, I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well. Maybe...
All right, we'll give these to Sino and... Well, Sino?
Taj. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man.
So do you think he's...
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I deny that whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons, we have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, the person... That's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him. Time is ticking.
So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kinda nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. You'll be safe with me.
Leave it all to me. Look! These walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find.
inches.
Taj.
Ah, Sino. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you are doing well. Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected. Is it because you have some new partners now?
That's right. This case is nearly closed. Was it all your doing?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
That's the difficult part. Let's just say I've changed.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like when you're young, you press forward, unattached, living solely for the justice in your heart. I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I was completely dedicated to all that I did, but as Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation. Here lies the...
So,
See this door behind me? I'm so close, Sino. If only you hadn't arrived...
enough conjecture. What has happened is already in the end. The treasures you...
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see then?
No. I sense danger behind that door.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you... Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles...
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all. This power is mine.
Time to go.
I will set things right no matter what the cost.
Leave it all to me, as a good knight should. Nice and spicy.
Through me, justice is served.
As I thought.
Your strength.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger. This is only a taste of it.
Uh-oh.
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop.
I'll do what I have.
I still remember when we first became part. Even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names. All of this was just part... I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really had changed, he never planned on opening the door.
What's happening?
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick then. After Murtada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, that is when I was approached by someone who wished to collaborate and find the Court of Desolation. People from every walk of life are involved. They are relentless in their search.
No wonder banning the research wasn't enough.
I'm a flesh and blood human like anyone else, so I obviously hesitated. I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation, A place that once as long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Mortada did. Generation after generation. Regardless of the cost, let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it out. That's right. I acted as if I had abandoned my convictions just so that they would cooperate with, but that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. The academia to add to the problem. The organization is so powerful.
So, you pretended...
Yes. I'm sorry, but anyway. This place is collapsing. You must...
Wait! Aren't you leaving too? There's...
His fate is already sealed. There is no light. He planned it all from the very risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them.
Regardless, I made a grave mistake by I was always so busy with work. Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you.
There's nothing to be sorry for. If you see Mortada...
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
All right, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue. Why can't you show even a little leniency? Why?
Because we are Matra.
The Court of Desolation has...
Just as Taj said, being buried in quicksand is its rightful. To them, as long as there's more to... Their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. That's an opportunity.
We'll help too.
Thank you. But you've all... Just leave the rest to me. I will... So? That's what I...
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil, what are you...
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. The last few days have been quite the... At first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the academia.
And?
Well, then we received word that Taj Rudkani, the Matra, then moved together against the enemy. Some of them managed to get out of the academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured by Sino. I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border.
Is Sino alright? He didn't get injured, did he?
He seems fine, but nobody... He brought over 300 suspects to judgment all on his own. Among them were even some of our former... But even if we start feeling all self-conscious, thinking if we've done anything wrong... By the way, are you guys here to see Sino? I think I just saw him walking. He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew...
Sure thing, Nabil. You be careful.
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, you can find me...
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Mortada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. After Mortada died, the organization tried toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, if thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a...
Sino! Tighnari! Oh, so Tighnari must be who Nabil saw earlier!
That's right. Sino asked me to collect some medicinal herbs. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine, and Sino, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know.
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. After some time, I plan on having her go out.
Huh? You mean college?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to... Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there are many... So, I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge in a way...
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the...
I've already caught those who were... Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know...
What?
It's still not time for me to rest yet. I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. I just hope my own change will come slowly. That way, those who see me as their superior, just as I gained courage from my own superiors. And my partner. I'll be fine. There are many things I feel better about. Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions.